Hi, I'm Katy Toma, President and CEO of the Chico Chamber, and today I'm here with Jason Bougie, who is the Director of Operations for CARD, better known as the Chico Area Recreation District, that we fondly refer to as CARD. And they have some fun event coming up, which is a 21K challenge. But before we get to that, I thought it would be good to hear from Jason, just that we could all get a refresher and a reminder of the mission of CARD, and then talk about how you've pivoted. I know there's a lot of programs that you haven't been able to do, but you were able to do some on a modified schedule or in such a way. So Jason, thanks for being with me today. And so if you could just take it away and share with us about the mission and how you've pivoted during COVID.
Absolutely, Katie. Thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure to talk with you, the Chamber. We really appreciate everything you guys do for this community. COVID's been challenging for everybody, and not unlike the rest of the community, our mission has changed a bit as COVID has impacted all what we do. But primarily, our mission at CARD is to help people recreate, and we do everything from offer programming, from Tai Chi to cooking to kids classes with Legos, and then also have our city parks. So we have kind of a wide bandwidth of what we do here, from even childcare for Chico Unified. So we kind of cover from age 2 to age 92 when it comes to the offerings we have here at CARD. We have lots of facilities that facilitate this, from wedding venues to dojos to kitchens for cooking. So we offer a lot here amongst all our facilities across town.
So so during COVID, I know that you've had challenges. You haven't been able, like during this summer, you weren't able to do your camps, but then you found a way in which to modify those camps. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. And I think it was a savior for lots of people in this town. As the schools closed up shop for the end of that semester last year, we were able to modify our offerings in the camps. Camp Shadaka, a long-term camp in this town. People are bringing their kids since they were a kid going to Shadaka. So it's a long-term tradition in this town. We were able to modify that under the guidelines and keep a childcare scenario offering. Of course, we had to meet all the social distancing and the masks and really making it still a functional camp and keep it fun at the same time. So we had a really good success that I'm not sure everybody in this town knows all the things we were able to offer and still offer. We still have a purple tier scenario where we can offer things outside that are low impact social distancing. So we still have virtual classes going on. We still have after school programs going on and other classes related to, we even offer karate right now virtually. So take a look. We have a website that still is showing all the things that we're offering primarily virtually. As you probably know, and probably you are, we're monitoring those tiers day by day to make sure that when we're able to open, that we're ready and really making this available to the community as soon as possible.
Well, I know from, our family that, Camp Shadaka, for one, was a big part of my kids growing up who are in their late 30s. So yeah, I understand the tradition on that. And, with CARD and all the offerings that you have, and you talk about, from 2 to 92, Tai Chi, karate, all those things. I think that I'm glad to hear that you're able to continue, in the purple tier, being able to operate outside, under coverings, even when it's raining, being able to do some of these classes outdoors and even virtually. I think that I really kudos to you and your team for being able to pivot in that. So as we were talking earlier about, you actually, you were hearing from people who wanted to talk about walking and running. And so CARD's put together this 21K challenge. So can you share with us about what that all is? And
Absolutely. It's actually part of the process that we took to reinvent ourselves and pivot again. We reached out to the community and said, hey, we understand there's not a lot to offer right now in our classes, but what are things? Here are facilities. We have parks, and we really heard from the community We had over 700 people respond to a survey saying, we want support. We want some programs around walking and running. It's one of the things that people can do and get out and be recreating in our parks. So we've put together a 21K in 2021. It's really the idea that come out to our parks, walk a certain distance, which we're installing mile markers in our community parks to say, hey, if you go on this orange path, it's going to be a certain distance. If you go on the blue path, it's another certain distance. Really giving you some indicators of how far the path is. You register on our website for the 21K. And as you complete this, you on your honor system, you check off what park you're at, how far you walked. And then at the end of this, when you complete it, like a lot of marathons and a lot of things like that, you get the coveted badge of honor, a sticker that says, I completed that 21K.
And in that 21K, so that actually ends up that the 21K is over February 21st.
That's right. We're lining 21s up. It's $21 to register. It's in 2021 and it ends February 21st.
And it's a 21K.
You got it.
So in the variety of parks, so we could go out to 20th Street Park, or we could go to Wildwood Park. Is that right?
Absolutely. On our website, we have the paths also marked so that when you can see from a Google Earth view what the distances are on those certain paths. So on our website, chicorec.com, that program exists, the registration's there, and really all the narrative about what the program is offering. And on the side of that, we're asking people to challenge each other. I think you may participate in this and challenge the next group. We hope it's the next ice bucket challenge here around town.
Well, I think what the fun part, what I'm thinking about is, we all kind of get stuck in our routine. I like to go out to Wildwood Park. I love it out there. I like being on the east side of town, but I never go to DeGarmo. I never go out to DeGarmo, or going out to Oakway, or I think it's Oakway. Is that the name?
Oakway, that's right.
Yeah. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe what I'll do if I'm going to do this, which I am going to do, and we'll do a follow-up on that in just a sec, because I do like to walk, is that, going out and saying, okay, I'm going to hit 5 parks in my 21K. I'm going to hit DeGarmo. I'm going to hit Oakway, because those aren't parks that I normally go to, because we all get stuck in our, our little routine, or our circle of influence, or whatever you want to call it. So I think it's a great opportunity to see all the parks too.
Absolutely. And it's really that you're exactly right. My wife and I took the opportunity over the Christmas break to really go explore all the parks, even though I do that on a daily basis. And she had, living in this town all my life, there are some places I hadn't been to. And I don't know if people know this, how many parks CARD operates. We have 11 parks across town. We do not operate Bidwell Park, but all the other neighborhood parks and community parks is what CARD is responsible for.
Well, I think that sounds like a lot of fun. And because of COVID, because the gyms have been closed, we know that there are a lot of people that are out walking and running in the neighborhood. So why not formalize it a little bit and go out to the parks, get registered, and challenge others to do this as well. And of course, we all want the coveted decal to put on our clean canteen or our car, of course. Right. So I think that's just tremendous. So chicorec.com is your website. So that's where people can go to register. And I imagine they could also go to your Facebook and they could see what's going on. And as they're going along, maybe tag CARD in their progress, maybe taking selfies out there. And
absolutely. That's kind of the fun part of this, is participating as a community, and that community sense of completion and value is what we want to see happen. So with all that's available to do, this is one of the few gyms I think is something fun and bringing the community back together as we start to open up, hopefully very soon.
Yeah, and I think with COVID, I think that our sense of community is more important than just more important than ever. So I think that getting out and getting to the parks, even because we're still walking in our neighborhoods, but to get out there and see other community members, we're socially distanced, we're outside, it's all safe. And yes, you're absolutely right about the tiers. We are watching those, watching the numbers, with our crystal balls, trying to figure out when we're going to go to the next tier, which I'm afraid is going to be a little while.
Sure.
The numbers aren't great. So anything else you want to share about CARD and what's going on?
We're excited. We're, like everybody's still pivoting and making sure that we're offering as much as we can under the guidance and as safe as possible. So that's the sense of value we have right now, like most.
Well, we appreciate everything. And I know that you're looking forward to getting your venues open, getting, Cal Park opened up again, and the Rose Garden. It seemed like just at the height of the beauty that we could all walk by and look inside and see all those gorgeous roses. But maybe this summer we can actually get in there and enjoy it.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, Jason, thanks for your time and take care. And we'll see you out on the trail.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.